How many times have you heard these phrases?
Change is the only constant.
Is it too late to change?
If only I could, I'd really want to change this.
In this channel, you don't have to wonder. We are going to interview people who really make a difference to this world.
Let their stories inspire and empower you to create the change you want to see.
Who knows, you could be the next change maker.
Welcome to the Change Makers.
Hi, I'm Sakala,
And I'm Leo,
and welcome to
the Change Makers.
So today's guest, she's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's talented, and she has a fabulous message for all of us. And she is, okay, but enough about me saying things about her. Let her say it in her own words. Hi, Atreyi, Basu, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Sakala and Leo. It's my pleasure being here, and thank you for the invitation, and thanks for the lovely introduction.
As lovely as you.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about your brand.
So, I'm Atreyi, and I'm here in Qatar for the last 13 years around. So, in 2010, I packed my bags, joined my husband in Qatar, left my job in Times of India, and came to Qatar. So now I'll go back, what I used to do when I came back to Qatar, because I'm a marketing and communication professional throughout my career. And the last 10-11 years, I have been working in a lot of organizations here in Qatar, like Qatar Rail, managing their corporate communications department. I have worked for a subsidiary company of Qatar Airways, Ali bin Ali and all. But when I was working, I felt that, okay, marketing and communication is my passion. That is what my education is all about.
Yeah.
But somewhere inside me, I always felt that I want to do something, which actually serves the larger community, which comes with a purpose.
Yeah.
And that I can do only through entrepreneurship.
Oh, wow.
And there was always this bug, to become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And what exactly, I didn't want to do anything, like, just grab an idea and start working in it. No, it was not that.
Yeah.
So what exactly should I have done, but which could have actually, made some kind of impact. And that is where exactly it started. Since I was in the communications team, we used to have, as you know, that all the events, all the gifting solutions and all those things comes from the communication team of every organization, right? And we were the one who was working closely with the agencies, thinking about every season, every gifting season, what we should be giving to our employees, to our customers, internally, externally, And that is where exactly I felt there was a gap in the market. Because we have so many gifting seasons right now. If you start off with the regular, the ones which are confirmed, like Sports Day, we talk of Ramadan, we talk of Eid, we talk of National Day, Garingao.
Yeah.
And beside that, there are other, events which pop up, and the exhibitions. So the kind of gifts that we were being proposed in the market, I feel most of them, if you evaluate them properly, did have some kind of plastic content, right?
Okay.
And I felt that, when we were giving those gifts, or when I was receiving those gifts myself, what was I exactly doing with those gifts? Was I connecting with those gifts? Was I really feeling that, okay, I really need to go back, take these gifts back home, and I want to use them? So most of the time it was not happening, because maybe the gifts that we were being proposed as a company by the suppliers were not proposed thinking who the gift recipients were, or what is the objective of the event or the exhibition, right? And what will be the after effect of that event? What exactly will be the outcome, right? As an organization, as a corporate, we need to think, this much we have spent. What is the outcome? It's not just giving it and finishing it off, right?
Okay.
So most of the time I felt that, we were taking it back home. I was keeping it somewhere in some dark corner or in some cupboard, or giving it away to someone, asking them, do you need this t-shirt? Do you need this cap? I've got this plastic bottle, do you want it? Because I'm not going to use it. So this is what was happening. And if I'm giving it to someone, maybe they are using it, or maybe they will not be using it. And for my case, it's getting stuck in some corner, or maybe I will throw it away. And what will happen? Ultimately, it will end up in the landfill as a waste. So corporates, if you think the broader picture, what exactly we are contributing? We are contributing waste to landfill, right? We are spending so much of money procuring gifts which are not impactful, which are not thought of, which are not exactly procured thinking who the audiences are, and what kind of impact it will be creating for our brand and also for the environment and also to the people. Will they remember those gifts? Taking back those gifts, will I feel that, like I have got this gift and I want to remember, and I want to go and show everyone.
Exactly,
I got
yes.
this thing,
Exactly.
and I connect with this thing. I'm feeling so happy from inside.
Yes.
That is what was missing, right?
Yeah.
So we were spending money, we were generating waste, and we are creating plastic pollution to an extent
Yes.
which is not at all sustainable,
Okay.
which is not what we are, how we are helping the environment. That is exactly when the idea of my company was born. So we are Verdurak here. We are an impactful gifting solution provider in Qatar. And when I say impactful gifting, I mean that gifts that will make you happy. So we provide solutions through our gifting, gifting products, through our bouquet of products or solutions we have. We talk to the corporates, we try to find out, what exactly their event is all about, who the gift recipients are, and based on that we provide them solutions like ideas, through our bouquet of products, that okay, this is your audience and these are the things that you can give them as a hamper for this particular event. The most beautiful thing is that most of our products are waste free, they are biodegradable and environment friendly. When I say environment friendly, we make sure that there is no greenwashing happening here.
Excellent.
Because I myself is also certified in sustainability and circular economy. So that is before, when I started off my company, I thought that okay, I need to educate myself beside my marketing education degree. I need to know very closely about the subject.
Yeah.
So
Which leads me to this
Yes.
question, because listening to you talk about your company, how
Yeah.
you saw the gap in the market and how you were able to step in and provide the service that the market needs, I think there's something deep inside you that really inspires what you do. So before the business model, before the business idea, there was an advocacy inside of you. What inspired that advocacy before you actually got into that business?
as I said, I from my childhood, I have grown up in a family where I've been very close to nature. We had our own kitchen garden. I've seen my mother. I have traveled the whole of India because my father was changing his jobs, and we were in Rajasthan, we were in Haryana, different states. We moved around different states. I have seen, being very close to the nature, growing our own vegetables, having it at home, cooking it, and I felt that okay, this creates a different kind of, the taste immensely varies. It's absolutely delicious, and it's a different kind of a experience when
It's
you
really farm to table.
yeah when you do that. Beside that, I'm also an animal lover. My grandmother at home, she used to have so many 5-6 cats, and each cat had a different name. There were so many dogs. We'll share an example with you. Once what happened, there was like my mom, those days we didn't have those, telephone. So we went to my grandmom's place, and there was a lot of chaos happening. The house was quite big and there were a lot of people. So they have a huge garden outside. So what happened, there was an eagle, I think a vulture or an eagle. Its wing got cut with the thread of kite.
Kites, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
somehow.
common.
So it fell on, in our garden. My grandmother, because people were saying, oh, no, don't touch it, and all this stuff. But she went, she picked it up and she started dressing it, because those days, going to the vet and all was also not very common. And so she started dressing it with Dettol and whatever she could do with cotton and all. And she said, no, this one is injured. I need to somehow see that the wings recover and can fly. So that eagle was in our house for at least 2-3 days till it recovered, and once when it
Wow.
recovered, it flew on its own, flew back on its own,
That's good.
so that was in the family, to be close to nature, to care for other living objects, and also to see that we do not harm by do what I'm doing. The way of my living doesn't some way harm the nature. So that is where, as I said, it was from the childhood, and that's when that actually ignited the passion to do something around it, to reduce waste, to do something around the environment.
This is really inspiring because usually we know of businesses that are successful in this field, but then the sustainability factor will come in later when they have the profit. But yours is actually different. You have that in you, in your background, in your family, and then you decided to create a business out of that, which is actually what we need, which is why you are here in the Changemaker series, because we're looking for people who are into business, but at the back of their mind, they really have this one objective, which is to become the change that the world needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So the question on everybody's mind, and especially mine, is what is Verticare? What is it all about?
So by the name, when you hear the name Verdura, our brand name, what thought comes to your mind?
durability.
Okay.
Care is of course there, 'cause,
Care.
yeah. But the first thing that comes to mind is durability.
What about you, Sakala?
So very durable care.
Very durable care.
Okay, that's wonderful actually, because what makes me happy as the founder, as as an entrepreneur, is that my brand is getting related to the word durability, which means you have already, after hearing my brand name, you know that we will provide you with a service that will be durable, which you can trust, right? So having said that, I'll just come back to what verdura means. Verdura is actually a Spanish word. Yeah, so
Verdura.
in the common language, it actually would be, if you ask any Spanish, they will say it's something to do with vegetables. But yeah, vegetables again is greenery, it's leafy vegetables and all. But in the actual sense of the word, we will say that verdura is all about greenery. So that is what our brand stands for. Verdura Care is all about greenery, sustainability, and renewability.
Caring for the greenery.
Yeah,
Caring
caring
for,
for
Earth.
the environment.
Yes, for the environment.
Yes.
Caring for that's okay. I learned a new word.
Verdura.
Verdura care in Spanish for caring for the greenery, flora and fauna.
Yeah, it's all about like greenery, verdura.
Verdura.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm married, you're married, he's married. He's got kids. But every question I ask every woman who generally has this is, how do you get the work-life balance? And is your husband one of those people who takes on equal responsibility?
Absolutely, like I have reached here, I can do what I want. I left my very flourishing corporate career and became an entrepreneur. It's because of him, because had I not got his support in everything, I wouldn't have reached this place. So I should give him that appreciation that he should be getting. Maybe I'm not being able to convey that to him every day, but yeah, this is a very good platform to say thank you to my husband for being
All husbands,
for being
and your wife.
yeah, for being so accommodating, for being so understanding, and for being one of those men who believes in, okay, you are doing good, so I'm happy. And he's one of those guys, he keeps telling me, I feel so proud, when even if I do small things, somewhere something has come out, my business is doing something, he will come back home and he will say, I felt so proud because of you. So that actually gives me that kind of encouragement.
So he's fantastic
He
with support.
is absolutely. It's all about his support that actually keeps me pushing, and there are times when I'm not being able to give maybe a lot of time to the household work or things around the home because of the nature of my work, because there's so much of pressure, there's so much things we need to do as an entrepreneur. But yeah, he's understanding. He will never say even at home, he's like, whatever we have, we will eat. Do you don't need to cook? Even if the cook is not coming, he's like, no, we'll order something. You do your work. So those small things, is something which adds up. That you would think that, okay, I don't need to worry about all those things. He's taking care of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it all boils down to this concept that says you are an exact reflection of your partner. Whatever success one partner has, it has to do with the kind of support you get from your partner.
Absolutely.
So-
So there is this
I
saying,
agree.
right, that behind every successful man there is a woman. But I would say that behind every successful woman there is a very,
man.
very understanding man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And many of them.
Yeah, many of
Yes,
them,
yes.
Because
exactly.
I had a fantastic father and a fantastic husband.
Same
so,
here, same
for
here.
Me, it's an ecosystem
Absolutely.
of men.
Now, let me ask Atreyi again. If I decided to use Verdura Care for my company, what's the thought process? How do you suggest the products? What products do you actually suggest?
So, Leo, as I said, that we work in a very different model.
Okay.
That's what makes us stand out in the market. That's why I say we are very different. We are not your regular, gifting
Yes.
gifts provider
Okay.
or supplier. I will not show you any products. If you come and tell me that, Atreyi, what products you use, because I don't know you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what your event is all about, what your occasion is all about, who you will be giving those gifts, right?
yes.
So I need to, as a supplier also, I need to make sure that you as a corporate, you as an organization, after you have given those, products to someone, you have a very good feedback. You have an impact. You have created an impact in every aspect, not only on the environmental side, in every aspect, even in the happiness quotient, the person who had received the gift will remember those gifts and remember you and your occasion. So that is where exactly we come in with our expertise. I'll ask you, Leo, what is your occasion all about? What exactly is your brand all about? We'll do a little bit of research on what your brand is all about. And then we'll ask you, Leo, what is the occasion? What is the event? You will tell me, okay, this is for maybe such and such things we are organizing. Then who's the gift recipient? It could be your customers, right? It could be your premium customers. It could be your regular retail customers. It could be, your corporate partners. It could be your investors. It could be your own, management. Or it could be the some dignitaries. So every person's, the personality is different. Every gift recipient's requirements are different. Likes are different. So based on that, when you say, okay, Atreyi, this is maybe we are preparing a VIP hamper from our company to all our, corporate partners. I said, okay, now I've understood your target audience.
What was the project that you're most proud of to date?
About my company. When I started this off, I would also like to mention Dr. Latifa Darwish's name because she's my partner. And she is also a huge support to our brand and to me because she herself is also involved in a lot of women entrepreneurship activities. She's very, very thoughtful and very, very, pro about sustainability herself. And that is what made us click, to work together. Coming back to your question.
Project that is, that has made you proudest.
Yeah, what made me proud is, of course, as I said, my company. When we formed this company, the brand itself, it's a project, right?
Yeah.
Till date, the kind of impact that we have created through our products. If you call about carbon offset, the product through our products, the amount of carbon that we have offsetted, or through the tree plantation project, because last year we launched the tree plantation project, which we call, a million tree more and a greener Qatar. Right?
Which is lovely.
Which is absolutely something very, very unique and different. It's kind of, a gifting solution and which is combined with technology. And at the same time, a cause related thing. So we have gotten a huge, the world's first blockchain enabled tree planting platform.
Okay, wow.
They are our exclusive partner here.
Tech and environment.
Absolutely. We are
in one
combining, this is the
platform.
first
That's
time,
nice.
we are combining technology with sustainability and environment
good.
and gifting solution.
Fantastic.
So that is the future, right? Technology is the future. So we have a impanel farm. Our partner farm here is Hinayat Salma,
Okay.
who are
best.
one of the best farms here.
Yeah.
So what we are doing, we are helping corporates to plant indigenous trees here in Qatar, and also they can plant it globally, but most importantly in Qatar.
Correct.
Why indigenous trees? Because that is where I feel very proud of, the different kind of activities or projects that we are doing, revolving around gifting.
Correct.
Whether it's our products, which is helping corporates, reduce plastic waste, plastic pollution, if you see the numbers, the amount of plastic bottles that could have gone
Yeah.
in the environment, which we have saved by working with those corporates, especially I will say those corporates who
Yes.
worked with us have actually done those impact, right? It's huge. The amount of carbon has been offsetted is actually huge. And even through the tree plantation, we are planting indigenous saplings, indigenous trees, which helps the biodiversity in the country, which helps combat desertification, which is so important to fight against climate change.
Yeah.
The country right now, the government, the country is promoting, country is talking about and actively participating and telling people that we are fighting for climate change.
Yeah.
And there are so many activities the country is doing, which is absolutely great. You see the last few events that has happened here, where people are getting educated how to combat desertification, how exactly we can protect the biodiversity, the fauna and flora, like, right?
Yes.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
trees, the indigenous saplings, the trees, which is sidra, which is summer. Why sidra trees? So we are doing that, we are planting this kind of trees and helping, the corporates are doing that with us, and we are connecting it with technology. So the beauty is that they can go to the farm, see the trees. They can even sit in their office and see the trees they have planted.
That's nice.
So they can log in, they can just, see that, okay, I have planted maybe 1,000 trees, 10,000 trees, whatever. They can see those trees in their dashboard, click on it, and it will actually take them through satellite mapping to the exact location of the tree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good.
So they
Wow.
can see, okay, this is my, this is the tree I have planted. The
That's
best
nice.
part is that they can name those trees virtually and even gift it to their employees as tree certificates, as in their emails and all.
Absolutely.
And they do have an inbuilt sustainability tracker there as well. So for our products, what happened when we work with any corporates, we after every project I make sure that is again something which makes us stand out in the market. We make sure to provide them with an impact report.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That okay, you bought, maybe you have replaced your plastic bottles with this numbers of my tumblers which are made from biodegradable materials. Simple thing. Okay. But what is the impact? They need to know that to
Yeah.
show
Carbon
people
footprint
through
and-
data
yeah.
what is the impact they have created, right? That we provide. And as I said, we have that expertise because when I started off, I made sure that I do get the certifications
Absolutely.
in that. So what I'm talking, I know that it is
So
validated.
it's not greenwashing. It's
Absolutely
actual.
not. That is what we are protecting
Yeah.
everyone from. That if someone comes and gives you a pen and say, okay, it's eco-friendly. The word is sometimes very loosely used.
Absolutely.
Eco-friendly, sustainability. Sustainability is a huge term, right?
exactly.
So many aspects are involved into
Yeah.
making a product sustainable.
Yeah.
Actually,
Speaking of this, is there like a regulation that certifies those products? That you cannot just slap a sticker that says it's sustainable. So we should be working on that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yes. So from the product perspective, yes. Most of our products that say they are sustainable do have the certifications.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah.
And beside that also, as I said, sustainability involves so many aspects in a product's entire life cycle. So to tell that this product is sustainable, you also need to be very, very transparent in saying what are the aspects of sustainability the product is achieving
Addressing.
in its entire life cycle. What is happening in the entire supply chain, what the product is made of, raw materials, most important,
Yeah.
where it is made,
Yes.
Yeah. The factory conditions
Yes.
where it has been
So
made.
they should
workers'
have
conditions as well.
conditions, yes.
Absolutely, are the workers
Salaries.
properly paid? So those, the factory conditions, of course, the factories that we work with, we make sure that they have those kind of certifications. They provide us with those.
Perfect.
And where it is being sourced from, how much carbon, footprint
Exactly.
do you have? And you have a footprint if you're bringing it from if your factory is located outside or even if it's here, what are you doing to offset that footprint,
Yeah.
right? And then once it is here, when people are using it, what is the afterlife? Which is very important, which people don't think about.
Yes.
They're thinking about only those few aspects before the product reaches you, right?
Yeah.
Then you say, okay, I've used a sustainable product and it's gone.
Yeah.
What is the afterlife? That is very, very important. In how many years, how many months, or how many days will the product degrade, right? And that is where we come with our expertise. So if you ask me today, Atreyi, this product, can you tell me, because I want to put it in my annual report. We want to show the data, actual data, what we have
Absolutely.
done as a corporate. Because your investors can come and ask you, your
Yes.
partners can come and ask, you are putting it where the data has been validated from. So we can say, okay, this much, amount of plastic, because this product will be degrading in such number of months, in this
Correct.
number of years.
Correct.
And yeah, every product is not recyclable. So you cannot put it in a bin and say that, in every bin, every product, and say that, okay, it will get recycled. No. Every recycling unit that is here, even Qatar has highly developed recycling units, recycling companies. So they will guide you as a corporate, like with different bins.
Correct.
Right? Where to put which product.
Yes. I
So
know. Most of them don't follow it. But
exactly. So it's easier for them
Yeah.
to actually, recycle it and know, like, instead of
Yeah.
getting into those things where we do not know where to put what.
Now, all companies have their targets. I'm assuming the profit is there, but yours is unique because aside from targeting profit and growth and everything, I'm sure you have a target in terms of the kind of carbon footprint that you should help the
Good question.
environment cut down.
Yeah.
How far along are you from achieving that target, or how close are you from achieving that?
So just to answer your question, Leo, like when we talk about profits, the beauty of following a sustainable model or walking in the path of sustainability is that in the long term, a company definitely becomes highly profitable if they're following those footsteps, which many organizations do not realize. In the beginning, they said, okay, it might be an expense, or it will, eat into our budget, or no. But in the long run, if you see statistically, and even if you see the financial model, it will reap profit, not only on the brand aspect, but actually in reality. Of course, we do have a target. Our objective is that we are working towards UN goal, United Nations Sustainability Goal 12, 13, 14, which is climate change, responsible consumption and production, life on land, and life underwater. These are the 4 pillars. These are the 4 SDG goals that we are focused on during our, in every aspect, in every work that we are doing.
Where can you get this report?
Yeah, we can share it with you. So we have the impact report. As I said, in-house also we calculate the impact that we have done till date. So of course, Sakala and I'll share the numbers with you. So which will actually amaze you, the kind of carbon that we have offsetted till now. The amount of plastic bottles actually, we have saved from going to the landfill. I would not say take all the credit by saying we, but the corporates, the corporates who are working with, they have done it. They have saved so much amount of plastic going to the landfill. They are the one who have offsetted so much amount of carbon. Just to give you a rough number, around more than 300,000 kgs of carbon we have offset only through a certain line of service that we provide. So of course I'm sure your viewers will be very interested to know that. So talking about sustainability, the biggest example in front of our eyes is the FIFA World Cup, which we all experienced. It was all about sustainability. It was the first World Cup in the history of FIFA which covered so many aspects of sustainable. It's one of the most sustainable, World Cup that
What an event.
Yeah, what an event we had. So if you talk about the stadiums, 974, especially we all love
Absolutely, yeah.
being there watching matches.
I know.
Yeah, and those are made of containers. I had one of my friend coming down from India, and he was there, and he said, "What a lovely stadium!" And I had to tell him, and he mentioned it in his social media. So I had to tell him, I had to inform him that you were there in the stadium. The stadium is made of shipping containers,
Yes.
and all those containers will be recycled and repurposed.
Yes.
So that is what the country is doing. So it created it has set such a big example for everyone in the region, for everyone in the world, that even such a tournament of such huge capacity
Yes.
can follow every aspect of sustainability. So it's not only the environment side. If you see the matches were so much convenient for people who are specially abled,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? So they had
Certain amount of kindness.
absolutely. So that is what sustainability is all about. It
Yeah.
it covers environmental factors, it covers social aspects, it's covered the human aspects. Every pillars are looked after. And I felt that I heard people saying that we have not got so much access to the stadium so properly in other matches, in other tournaments or other World Cups, the way we had it here, because there were buses, there were taxis for the specially abled. There were, they had specially designed rooms from where people who are hearing, who are impaired, like they can go and watch those matches. So this is all about sustainability. So I would say I'm very proud that I could experience such a tournament and which is so much pro sustainability, and I could feel so much connected to what I do and what has been done. That's a huge example.
Now, when it comes to the private entities, the smaller companies, what do you think is the level of adoption that we are seeing now in the region, and what can be done towards expanding that adoption of the sustainability?
I would say it's the awareness is growing currently, because there are so many initiatives that is being taken in the country and also in the region around sustainability.
The country itself is becoming a big example.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Smaller companies should follow suit.
Yes. So even if you see the event that was done by Qatar Foundation last week, Earthna Summit, it was all about climate change. It's all about desertification, talking about making people aware how it can badly adversely impact us and what we as an individual can do. And beside that, what I feel, why I started with corporate gifting, why I entered into this, because I feel that you and I as individuals cannot bring that impact, even if we do. Corporates can bring huge impact. Why? Because they can impact the life of so many people. They have so many employees, right? So if they as a brand or they as an organization is implementing something or doing something, they are impacting the life of so many employees, and it will be kind of a ripple effect, right? So those employees are going into their circle and sharing those things, right? Those stories, and encouraging other people. So that is how impact will be created, and it has to come from the larger organizations and the small and medium organization. And how the adaptability is, yes, a lot of multinationals who have their offices here are very pro sustainability. Of course, sometimes they approach us, and even when we approach them, they know what they want, right? Because they have to show it in their annual reports. The larger organization, of course, they also need to show. There are so many, if you talk about the big names here, you see a lot of sustainability oriented work they are doing, because they show it in their annual report. CSR they are doing. They are doing a lot of, they are cutting down on plastics. I know an organization here, a huge organization, who have completely removed plastic bottles from their office. So if you walk into their office, you will never find a single plastic bottle, and it is a huge organization here. And they have implemented so many other initiatives internally also for their employees, to encourage them not to print papers, and for which they might be fined if they, in a nicer, fun way. And so cut down on printing papers, how it can adversely affect the environment and them actually. Cut down on having plastic bottles. Cut down on having those small things. When
even the single email signature maybe that reminds them to not print. It has an impact at the end of the day.
Because as I said, as sustainability, when we dig deeper and we get into the subject, it might get difficult for people to understand. So we have to make it very simple, with starting with small things. So people understand, okay, what a huge word it is. This is, if I remove this, I stop drinking from this plastic bottle, I stop using this plastic cutlery, all that simple thing, a plastic straw. This is how it's going to impact my future generations, Or maybe this plastic will end up in the sea, pollute the sea. Then I'm going to have those, and I'm going to have those seafood. Those seafood are actually, and those seafood is actually having sea animals or sea fishes are actually having those plastics. Ultimately, it is ending up inside me, right? So it's an entire ecosystem, right? So we have to be being sustainable. It doesn't mean using jargons and such huge words. But from a common man's perspective, it should be okay, I should need to live a life. That is how what corporates need to make them understand. I need to live a life which will not adversely affect my future generation, and also all the the living being or the living objects around me.
So Atreyi, obviously I'm going to ask you the most important question. You're talking about sustainability and your products. Who's your sustainable champion?
Sakala, the person or the company which inspires me most by the kind of work, how they started and by the kind of work they are doing is Patagonia.
Oh yeah.
It's an international name, and if you think of Patagonia, the first thing, more than their clothing, the first thing that will come to your mind is, oh, Patagonia, that company, which is fighting for climate change. They are the one who's doing that. So you immediately connect the brand with the cause. And that is what inspires me so much with how, the founder has built the organization. Last year, he has even committed his percentage of the company for climate action, for a trust,
Amazing.
which is absolutely huge. He started this this initiative 1% for the planet, which organizations can even join and contribute a percentage of their profit to fight against climate change. So Patagonia is a brand which inspires me a lot. I read about their story, I read about their case studies, I see how he has built the brand. But beside making it a profitable brand, how he has not moved away from the cause,
Yes.
which is actually making the brand what it is today.
Yeah. Fantastic. Because I follow Lydia Firth, Colin Firth's wife, and she's always talking about environmental, and she's trying to, whenever she orders a dress, she wants to make sure that the companies don't send it with a plastic wrapping, and little by little.
Yeah.
And I mean, her husband is so big in the industry, and she has decided to be not fake.
Yeah.
And she doesn't mind wearing to the BAFTAs or whatever they called a recycled dress or an upcycled dress. This is the fun bit. I'm already, rubbing my hands in glee, because this is generally when we put everybody in,
Their toes.
Yeah, absolutely, on their toes. They have. So we have a section called the rapid fire, Atreyi. And it's a one-word answer, so you can't think, and we're not going to turn around and tell you the questions ahead of time. So here goes. First question, Leo.
Flora or fauna?
Both actually for me.
Both.
Yes, both are important.
Oh, excellent. Second one, obviously sustainability. Are you vegetarian?
I'm trying to be, but
Oh.
now no.
Okay. So you're not vegetarian.
Yes,
That's
I am.
terrible.
I think
But
you
I'm
wanna,
trying.
you
I'm
wanna
trying. I'm trying to be. It's a difficult task,
Yeah.
but yes, of course, I'm trying.
Cotton or hemp?
For me, hemp. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people prefer
Absolutely,
it to
yes.
cotton. I still haven't understood why, but
The amount of water that is being used to cultivate the crop, and hemp is completely biodegradable and very, very healthy and safe for the environment.
Yeah.
Also, the cultivation process, which makes it very sustainable.
recycling or upcycling?
Both are good for environment, but it depends on what the product is which we are thinking of recycling or upcycling. So both is important for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want this will take more words to answer, but I want you to do an elevator pitch to someone who's not into sustainability yet, and if you're in front of him, how do you convince him with a
In your time starts
30-second
now. Yeah, in 30
elevator
seconds.
pitch?
So, hi everyone. What is Verdura Care? Verdura Care is your impactful gifting solution provider. We bring happiness in the faces of your gift recipients. How we do it? We are combining gifting solution with technology, which is the very, very first time in Qatar. And we are making all the gifts that you are giving to your recipients during events, exhibitions, very, very impactful. So that is all about Verdura Care. If you want to know more, please reach out to me. I'm Atreyi Basu, the founder of and CEO of Verdura Care.
Fantastic. Obviously, we're gonna now wrap up, but this last question we ask everybody:
Yeah.
how do you want to change the world?
So how do I want to change the world? I would say I am already in that journey with my company Verdura Care. For 10 years down the line, when somebody will associate the name of my company with, impact that has been generated in the society, whether it's waste to landfill that has been reduced, whether it's plastic pollution that has been reduced, whether it's the social impact that has been created, whether it's carbon offset that has been done as an action towards, climate change with our tree plantation. So when all this thing will get associated with our brand name, and people will say, okay, Verdura Care is here in Qatar.
Yeah.
They are in collaboration with all the corporates here, is creating this huge impact for the country, fighting climate change, helping the biodiversity, protecting desertification, protecting, waste to landfill. That is what exactly, my goal is, and that is what I want to achieve
Fantastic.
through my organization.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Atreyi.
Yeah.
The pleasure is all mine.
And Leo and me really enjoyed it, right?
Yes,
Same
yes,
here,
yes.
same
This
here.
is one of the most inspiring talks we've ever had. in
Ever
the
had,
show.
yes, exactly.
And it keeps me, inspired to do the things that we've talked about. To become part of the solution in
Yes.
terms of
I'm really
sustainability.
happy that I could inspire you, Leo, to move away from any kind of
Yeah, yeah.
things which are not environment friendly.
Yeah, we'll try.
So where can they follow you? If you can just
So
share.
you can visit our website, which is myverdurecare.com. You can even reach out to us at care@myverdurecare.com, and our phone number is also mentioned on our website. Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram, which is in the same name, Verdura Care, LinkedIn, Facebook.
And you can get us also, so this will be available on Spotify, on Instagram, and on a couple of other OTT platforms.
And your
Leo-
channel as well?
Yes, and my channel as well. My YouTube channel, which is Sakala's Life, and my Instagram channel, which is Sakala's Life. Thank you, Leo. And what is
Yeah.
your channel?
It's BTS, not the famous Korean boy band. It's Behind the Success. You can look me up by using the hashtag BT Success Stories. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Change Makers.